What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and I'm going to get you caught up on the latest shocking news coming out today as a result of the midterm elections. Now, in addition to that, state stimulus checks 2022, see if payments are going to be coming your way before year end. We're going to be talking about some of the states that are still sending out stimulus checks, and also what's going to be unfolding with the midterm elections, as you guys know, is going to be determining what legislation is going to be primarily pushed through in the upcoming Congress. And take a look. Senator Joe Manchin calls for Social Security Medicare deal, stokes GOP optimism. As I've let you guys know, some of the primary focuses have been on child tax credits, Social Security increases, extending out that solvency. We've heard Democrats say they want to do free childcare, free college tuition, an assortment of different things, and all of these are going to be surrounding the results of the midterm elections. We're going to be seeing what unfolds. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. This is your breaking news stimulus update. Now, first off, you guys, let's take a look at these election results that are still on the way. And Democrats are celebrating because we had heard there was going to be a red wave. And historically, what we've seen is whenever the sitting president has an approval rating that is not so good, Biden's is not in a good place right now, we see the opposing party come in like a wave. And so we've heard that a red wave was going to be coming as Democrats, who are in full control of Congress, we're hearing they were going to lose a significant amount, and likely there would be a Senate and a House of Representatives that would become Republican. Well, take a look, you guys. This morning, Democrats are celebrating because the red wave did not happen. At this time, you can see in the Senate, there are 46 seats that are Democratic secured and 47 by Republicans. Now, in the House of Representatives at this time, there's 174 seats that are Democrat, 200 seats that are Republican. So the Democrats have lost 2 seats, and they had the majority by 5 seats. So if they lose 3 more, it would be a split. And we're hearing it's very likely going to switch to Republican. But the fact that it is this close, this far along, Democrats, as I mentioned, are celebrating. And you can see in the governor's races, 21 Democratic governors, 24 Republican governors, and there's actually been 2 seats lost from the Republican Party as a result of what has unfolded over the course of the midterm elections. So we will see. It is still tight, and I'll let you guys know when the results come out. Now, in addition to that, as I mentioned, stimulus checks. There is still a lot of legislation, still stimulus check provisions coming out. And if you want a comprehensive list of every stimulus check program around the nation, I have spent the past couple months compiling it all into one place at www.reliefroadmap.com. There you're going to be able to access websites, phone numbers, emails, everything in one easy to access place. You could spend time going ahead and researching. That's all I've done for the past 3 months, every single check in the nation for states, cities, counties. But if you want, it's right there available for you. And for those loyal members of the Ram fam, you have locked in lifetime access at the lowest price that there is, charging a small fee simply because it costs quite a bit of money to create this and to then maintain it. I'm going to be doing some new updates and modifications. And then after that, as new people come in, the price will go up. But the Ram fam, you guys, it will never be any cheaper than it currently is. You get full access. Now, let's talk about these stimulus checks that you can expect to see before year's end. Now, first up is California. I've done in-depth updates for you. Most eligible Californians received a middle-class tax refund payment of up to $1,050 in October, but some direct deposits will be made through November 14th. So those are going out right now. Debit card payments will be sent out through January 14th of 2023. Also, Colorado. In an effort to prevent fraud, Colorado sent physical checks of up to $750 to $1,500 for joint filers, most of which were received by September 30th. But those who filed for a tax extension will receive checks through January 31st of 2023. Next up is Delaware. Eligible residents who did not receive a Delaware Relief Rebate payment can apply for a $300 stimulus during a 30-day application period, which ends November 30th. So if you're in Delaware, 300 checks available now. Hawaii, depending on when you filed your taxes, eligible Hawaiians, they're going to be able to receive payments of up to $300 on or before December 31st. Idaho. Qualifying Idahoans will receive $300 payments, $600 for couples throughout the rest of the year and into early 2023. Illinois is issuing 2 rebates of $50 and another of $300. The state said that the first checks went out September 12th and will take several months to be issued. So if you're in Illinois, that is coming your way. Indiana authorized 2 tax refunds, one of $125 and another of $200 for single filers. So that is happening in Indiana. Up next is Maine. Maine is issuing $850 stimulus checks to eligible taxpayers on a rolling basis throughout the year in the order that the tax returns were received. Massachusetts, residents will receive a refund of 14.0312% of their 2021 personal income tax liability. The first payments went out November 1st, and they will continue through mid-December in the state of Massachusetts. Rhode Island. Eligible Rhode Islanders who filed their taxes by August 31st received a child tax credit worth up to $750 starting in October. Those who filed by October 17th's extension deadline will get their rebates starting in December. South Carolina will issue payments that the state estimates will be worth up to $700. Those who filed taxes by October 17th's extension deadline will receive their payments by December 31st. And Virginia, eligible Virginians who filed their taxes by November 1st will receive up to $250, $500 for couples filing jointly in the order that their returns were received. So those are just a few of over 100 different stimulus check programs, and those ones you can expect to see by the year's end. Now, in addition to that, progress is being made on a Social Security bill legislation. We're hearing that Joe Manchin is reaching across the aisle to try to get something done. Now, as you guys know, President Joe Biden had said that he would like to see Social Security increases of $200 per month and an extension of the solvency to make sure that they receive 100% of those benefits. And we've also seen 3 different proposals hit in Congress to do this. Now, we will see as negotiations are still taking place. But take a look at this article that just came out in the last 24 hours. Senator Joe Manchin's comments signaling support for working across the aisle on entitlement programs like Social Security are getting a warm reception from some fiscal conservatives, despite skepticism about the changes of a bipartisan deal in the next Congress. Now, discussing where he thinks both sides could find common ground in the next Congress, Manchin recently pointed to shoring up solvency programs like Social Security and Medicare while pressing for action on tackling the nation's climbing debt. If we don't look at the trust funds that are going bankrupt, whether they be Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, Highway, all the ones, there are tremendous problems right now, Manchin said, a key centrist in his latest statement last week. Manchin's comments are in stark contrast to recent Democratic attacks hammering GOP proposals for Social Security and Medicare in the final campaign stretch before election days, and it's a shift that has drawn some early positive reaction from Republicans. So there you have it, you guys. Those are some of the updates. And as I mentioned, as the results begin to roll out for midterm elections, I'll be sure to let you know here on the channel. We're going to be keeping an eye on stimulus checks, child tax credits, Social Security increases, SNAP benefits, PEBT, free childcare, free college tuition. As all of these come up, as we're hearing, they're coming back to the negotiating table. I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. And also, if you want to know the latest on federal level stimulus checks to everybody in the nation, be sure to check out my latest video. I'll put a link to it right here for you, so that way you can see what's happening, where we're at, and all the different potential ways that a 4th federal level stimulus check of $2,000, which we had heard promised, could come to fruition. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. And if you made it this far, haven't already, don't forget, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button to stay up to date. Any specific questions, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Thank you for all the support on my kids' channel, Liam and Naya. I'm very proud of them. They're continually pushing out more content. More is on the way. They're doing great. Liam's latest unboxing, Spidey and His Amazing Friends video did really well. Really proud of them. Thank you, guys. With that being said, take care. God bless. I'll catch you in the next one. This is Steve.